to a close. Warriors lead. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Warriors leading by 7. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Robinson passes to Hollis Jefferson. Bogut against Bargnani. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The Nets working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Here's Robinson. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Robinson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets.
Well, you know, the Nets were able to sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed last year. Had some good wins against the Western Conference, and that really was a big boost for them getting to the postseason.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Nets were just under 500 against the Western Conference last season. In the East, that is a very respectable mark.
Yeah, I mean, how about they were actually better against the West than the East a season ago. Their win percentage against the Western teams was narrowly better than games against the East.
Warriors leading by 3. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Curry against Jack. And Curry, here we go. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's a screen by Robinson. Feeds to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Bargnani. Young comes in for Thomas Robinson. And it's Johnson in for Hollis Jefferson. Now Jack, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Donald Sloan's checked in for the Nets. Here's Bogdanovich. He dishes it to Lopez. And it's good off the back rim and in.
You know, it was a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way.
And again, no good by Golden State. The Nets with the lead. Bogdanovich dishes to Sloan. Lopez outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of Clark ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch back to the basket, moves, facing up, makes free throws. Good offensive rebounder, capable passer. So he just makes things happen.
Now here's Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Curry. Young with the steal. Here's Sloan. To the inside. Young's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now, here is Young. He kicks to Sloan. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Count the bucket. Lopez has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
He did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Green with the block. Thompson against Johnson. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson from long range. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 13-5 run. Passes to Lopez. Green with the block. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. He feeds it to Thompson. Outside Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Inside. Lopez with the ball. Bogut picks him up.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Here's Sloan. Johnson tried to bank it in, but he misses. The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Curry. Bogut high post. Green kicks to Curry. Bullseye!
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off the inbound. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
For the win, and he hits the shot. But hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. And the officials are headed to the scores table to review it. Let's see what happens here. It'll be on to overtime if the original ruling of no basket is confirmed.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here. But no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they're going to count it. After looking at the replay, they rule that he got the shot off in time. GA, they won it on the buzzer beater.
Kevin, you talk about winning it at the very last second. What a finish. Thankfully, the replay gets the officials off the hook on what would have been an awful call to miss.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson.